Welcome back to the Greater Columbus Convention Center here in Columbus, Ohio, site of the 2018 Arnold Sports Festival Highland Games. The crowd is in for a treat because we have the 56-pound weight for height, a weight over bar as it's often known. This is a 56-pound weight thrown with one hand over a height standard. Now the athletes can choose what height they want to come in at. All the athletes, all 5 of these top athletes chose to come in at 15 feet today. All took one attempt at 15 feet, were able to clear it cleanly, moved up to 16 feet. Every round the bar moves up 1 foot until only one competitor remains. At 16 feet, all 5 athletes still over. At this level, you're often going to see these lower heights get cleared very easily, very cleanly. But it does matter if you hit the lower heights, because if there's a tie later on as you go higher, you'll have to go to what are called countbacks, which means how many misses you had at lower heights. Now, it started to get serious at 17 feet. We're starting with Dan Tennyson. Dan Tennyson, a 300-pound athlete, big boy from Wichita, Kansas. Makes a big pull here, easily over at 17 feet. On his first attempt, so he gets to sit out while the rest of the competitors attempt 17 feet.
Next up, the current overall leader.
The overall leader of the Arnold Sports Festival Highland Games right now, Spencer Tyler, stepping up for his first attempt at 17 feet. Spencer Tyler has been known to put up a big weight over bar performance once in a while. See if he can do it again today. Easily over at 17 feet with plenty to spare. Andy Vincent, a former amateur world record holder in this event, going well over 18 feet as an amateur. He's looking to get focused here, need to summon up some power. Andy, a consistent performer in the weight over bar. Always one you can count on to be over 17 feet and in the hunt for the win. Andy drops down, big swing, just missed. Surprising there, surprising to see Vincent miss at 17 feet, but he gets 2 more attempts. And we can almost be sure that he is going to clear at 17 feet with 2 more attempts. Next up from Indiana, we have Jeremy Gillingham. Jeremy Gillingham is cleared cleanly like every other athlete at 15 and 16 feet. Now let's take a look and see what he has for us at 17 feet. Pulling the kilt up high to get it out of the way. Maybe put on a little bit of a show for the crowd here in Columbus, Ohio. They don't mind. Jeremy addressing the weight. Get a good swing going. You got to go in with momentum. A big pull from Jeremy. Came up short that time. A little short on 17 feet. 17 feet is pushing the limits of what Jeremy has done as a pro. But the thing about the Arnold Sports Festival is you never know. With the energy of the crowd behind you, the big stage, personal records can happen. Here from Lincoln, Nebraska, Chuck Casson stepping in. Chuck is another consistent weight over bar performer. Not unheard of for him to clear 17 and 18 feet. Let's see if Chuck can give it a ride here. Quick swing. Fairly short, almost a foot short. Don't think he was happy with the way the weight came out. Didn't look as balanced as he normally does. He's going to get 2 more attempts at it. Now, there is apparently a little bit of a technical difficulty with the weight. When you're throwing something that high in the air and letting it smash down to earth, you are going to have some equipment failures once in a while. It looks like the crew on the field is working on getting the handle reattached. They're hammering a shackle back in to make sure that that handle holds steady. The last thing you want is one of these big, strong athletes to take a big pull and that weight go flying forward or backwards on them. So for the sake of safety, you got to make the needed repairs. It's not delicate, it's not pretty. These are big, heavy implements, and these are big, heavy people throwing them. Sometimes it's just a matter of banging the right piece of metal back in place to make sure nothing flies apart. Stepping back up for his second attempt is Andy Vincent. Second attempt at 17 feet. Andy surprisingly short on his first attempt at 17 feet. As I mentioned, a consistent performer in the weight over bar, always one you can count on to be in the top 3. He's taken home many wins in the weight over bar. Let's see if he can do it again today. Andy, a fierce competitor, former NFL lineman, definitely no stranger to pressure. Let's see what he can do with this 56-pound weight over bar here. Nice big pull, Did not look happy with it, and it did not go over. It hit the bar, did not go over. A second miss for Andy Vincent at 17 feet. He's really going to have to gather up some strength and intensity for that third attempt coming up. Up for his second attempt now is Jeremy Gillingham. Jeremy Gillingham with the camouflage knees. Difficult to see him out there. But the pink socks make it much easier. Jeremy getting it lined up. Another big pull. Touches the bar at 17, but did not get over. He will get one more attempt. Chuck Casson also missed his first attempt at 17 feet. You have to think he's disappointed with that. 17 feet is, don't want to say automatic for any athlete throwing at this height, but Chuck is very consistent in hitting the 17-foot mark. I would be surprised if he misses his second attempt here. But it's the Arnold. Anything can happen. Chuck with a big pull. Oh, missed again by just as much of a margin. And he takes the riser and the crossbar down with him. I'd like to think that was just an accident. Maybe Chuck was a little bit infuriated about missing. I doubt it. It was probably just a friendly accident. It happens in these kind of games all the time. It's a unique situation at the Arnold Sports Festival, the way the standards, the risers are set up, is that they're suspended by ropes. There is not room to set up a normal standard with steel bars. So they have to suspend them from the ceiling and then work backwards from there. The good thing is that might afford us a quick repair instead of having to put up an entire piece of steel. Could just be a matter of aligning some ropes, getting things back on track, and it looks like they are ready to go for Andy Vincent's third attempt. Andy trying to work up a little bit of energy, trying to work up a little bit of pep to put into this last throw. If he misses this third attempt at 17 feet, he is out of the competition. He's out of the weight over bar competition. Look for Andy to get a good consistent swing. Reach back between his legs. Get a nice smooth, strong pull all the way up. As much strength as is required in this event, you'd be surprised how much of it depends on technique, the smoothness of the athlete's delivery. And he reaches way back. Big pull. Easily over at 17 feet. Now we're talking. Andy's in the game. He's got a couple of misses on his record now, as he just ekes that over the bar. Looked like he was cleanly over, but it was close. So Andy's still in the competition, but he's got two misses. So if he ends up tying at a top height, that could come back to bite him. Now with his third attempt, possible final attempt of the weight over bar competition is Jeremy Gillingham. Jeremy focused. Jeremy's going to add some intensity to this throw, get it higher than he had before. He impacts the bar hard, but is not able to get it over. Could have just been a matter of the angle there. It looks like the weight was going to peak behind the bar, and he just hit the bar on the way up. And even though it's just held up by rope and it's made of PVC pipe in this competition, it's enough to block that weight and keep it from its intended trajectory from getting high enough. So Jeremy's out of the competition. He goes out at 17 feet. Chuck with his third attempt. A surprising competition arising here at 17 feet. See if Chuck can keep himself in it. Chuck with a big pull. Oh, that is his third miss at 17. He had the height, as they say in the Highland Games, but he just left it out in front. Oftentimes when an athlete's trying to put their all into the implement like that, trying to get a big pull to get a third attempt, it's very common that they shorten up a little bit, the weight flies out in front of them. Chuck definitely fell victim to that today, but he still has two more events to climb up the rankings throughout the day. Overall leader is Spencer Tyler right now. Spencer Tyler with a big world record in the 56-pound weight for distance earlier today. So you have to imagine this same 56-pound weight they're throwing for height, they threw something that weighed 56 pounds for distance earlier in the day. Definitely a tiring day for these big boys. Spencer's trying to get himself fired up. They're moving the bar to 18 feet. 18 feet is, no doubt about it, world-class height. If you have athletes clearing 18 feet in the weight over bar, you have yourself an elite competition. And that is definitely what we have here today. We have an elite competition. The crowd is loving it. The height events always bring out the crowd here at the Arnold Sports Festival. The height events have the advantage of you can see very clearly if it goes over and if it doesn't. The crowd definitely gets into that. The distance events, you can't rival them for their speed, their intensity, but the height events certainly have the did it go or did it not go appeal. And you get a good look at the athletes, you get to see them go through their routines, you get to see them go through everything they need to do to get fired up, get the intensity going for a throw. It definitely gives a face to the sport, lets you see these guys standing up, delivering, throwing these heavy implements, and it is quite a fun thing to do. So, Dan Tennyson stepping in for his first attempt at 18 feet. Dan Tennyson, a second-year pro out of Wichita, Kansas, has really come on the scene with a splash. Big stone thrower, being able to go big in the weight over bar. He's had a good day here today. He is trailing Spencer Tyler in the overall. Dan is second overall. Let's see if he can get it going here in the weight over bar and maybe pull in the lead. Ooh, good contact with the bar at 18 feet. Was not able to get it over though. Sometimes it's just a matter of how the weight rotates when it reaches that bar. If the handle is the thing that's at the bottom, sometimes the weight will topple over. But if the bulk of the weight's at the bottom, it'll hit the bar and come down to earth. That time, Dan, not so lucky. Spencer Tyler making sure the equipment is to his liking here. Getting a good look at that 18-foot bar.
Okay, Spencer. His first attempt at 18 feet height.
Mustering up the intensity. You have to be in the zone. You have to be precise. As heavy as it is, precision is key. Your timing is everything. Spencer setting up his foot alignment. Spencer has an interesting technique in that you'll see he takes a step out during his swings. Very calculated. Starting position is very important because he is going to move out and then throw. Spencer gets it moving, takes the steps. Dip, drive, pull, easily over. Now, similar to Gillingham's attempt earlier, that did peak behind the bar, but he had enough extra height going, enough speed going on to get it over. Just shows you he's got more in the tank, folks. I think Mr. Tyler is due for a possible big day on the weight over bar. He's still got Andy Vincent and Dan Tennyson to contend with, though, at 18 feet. All three world-class throwers, especially in the weight for height. Andy Vincent capable of ripping out a big throw well over 18 feet any given moment. You know every time he steps up he's giving it his all. He's got it moving. Timing looks good. Good pull. Couldn't get it over the bar though. Looks like he threw it about as high as the bar, but kept it out front as well. Oftentimes, when these athletes are going for big heights, you can tell by their body language, you can tell by the way they deliver whether we're going to see a good throw or not. A good throw has both feet planted to the ground, coming up on the toes at the end. Oftentimes, you'll see athletes come up on one foot or kick one leg out. That is a sign that oftentimes their technique didn't come out exactly as they intended. Not always. There are different styles. But consistency, the feet exploding up, the hips exploding together with the weight, will often mean a good throw. Dan Tennyson misses his second at 18 feet. His 18-foot mark is a man-maker. This is where you decide at the elite level who's going ahead, who's going to be number one, and who's going to be lower down on the podium. These athletes definitely have to figure it out. Spencer Tyler comfortably in the lead with his first clear at 18 feet right now. There's no such thing as comfortable when you have two more attempts for Matt Benson. And speaking of which, there's Matt Benson right there. That's Andy Vincent's brother. Andy Vincent getting a good swing on the weight. Second miss at 18 feet. Maybe he felt the nerves from his little brother watching him. His little brother, Matt Vincent, is a two-time Highland Games world champion, an elite thrower in his own right. And now Dan Tennyson will step up for his third attempt at 18 feet. If he cannot clear here, he is going to be out of the competition. Dan's got to dig deep here. He's got to find an extra gear, way to get it over at 18 feet. Crowd definitely into it. World champion Matt Vincent here cheering him on. That is a solid throw, but just left it out in front. Again, when you're putting your all into it, when you're giving it everything, sometimes you're just going to miss the window. It's not about the height sometimes, it's about hitting the window. There's strength, there's speed, and there's technique involved. This is Andy Vincent's final attempt at 18 feet. He's got to get the crowd involved here, you have to think. They definitely give you some extra energy. You get those claps and those cheers, dial up that intensity a little bit. Now, if Andy Vincent misses here, this makes Spencer Tyler the winner in the weight over bar competition. But right now, he's got to take care of business and try to keep that from happening. Andy with a nice smooth swing in. Big pull! Oh, he was not able to clear. A solid pull, just not able to get it done at 18 feet. So your winner for the 56-pound weight for height is Spencer Tyler from New Braunfels, Texas. Now, Spencer Tyler gets the option. Instead of the event just coming to a close, Spencer Tyler gets the option to go for record heights. He can go either for a personal record or a world record. Also, he could go for a field record, which is a record that means at this particular event on this field, it's never been thrown higher. Let's see what he calls for. Looks like he has called for 19 feet. 19 feet will be a personal record for Spencer Tyler for the standing weight for height. This crowd is definitely interested. A bigger crowd has gathered. They know that they are looking at potential history here if Spencer clears this and continues to go up. Spencer is so far having a fantastic day, taking wins in both the stone and the heavyweight for distance, setting a world record in the heavyweight for distance earlier today. A throw over 51 feet. Now he's dialing himself in, looking for a big throw at 19 feet. Let's see if he has it in him. We know he has the power, we know he has the strength, we know he has the technique, but can he get them all to come together for one throw here at 19 feet? Carefully measuring. Every throw the same on the setup. Has his feet in position, has the weight where he wants it. The crowd is behind him. They want to see it go over, no doubt about it. Big dip and a drive. Easily over at 19 feet. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at true world-class throwing today. Spencer Tyler putting an exclamation point on his win in the weight over bar by going 19 feet. Former world champion Matt Vincent is tickled pink by the development. He and Spencer are longtime friends, thrown together for many years. Always good to see your friends on the field succeed. Now, Spencer has the option to continue to go up to look for another record. It looks like Spencer has put the bar to 19 feet 3 inches. This would be a world record in the weight for height. 56-pound weight for height, world record attempt at 19 feet 3 inches. Does Spencer Tyler have enough left in the tank after all the throws that he's made today? After already setting one world record in the weight for distance, does he have enough in the tank to go 19 feet 3 inches and claim a world record here at the Arnold Sports Festival? We're going to find out. Spencer staring down that weight, thinking through his throw, visualizing. This is what the best in the world do. They see themselves do it. And they try to make it a reality. Let's see if Spencer can do it here. Walking with purpose. Gauging the distance. Getting himself in position. Measured as always. The crowd wants it. The crowd needs it to happen. Spencer looking smooth. Nice big pull. Oh! Just short. It was hard to see from this angle, but it looked like that he was high enough to clear. He just stayed a little bit out in front. First attempt, no good. Spencer Tyler has some time. He has a couple of minutes here. His competitors and former world champion Matt Vincent giving him some advice, talking him through the throw. One of the true beautiful aspects of this sport is that The men on the field can be in fierce competition with each other, but yet in between throws, they can give each other advice on how to succeed. Spencer's trying to eclipse a world record here. There's no competitiveness left. Everyone wants to see it happen. Here goes Spencer, stepping out and measuring. Big, long pole. Definitely missed the window there. Looks like he didn't get the timing right on his pole. Went under the bar. He didn't look comfortable throughout that throw. He seems to be nursing his right side, his right pec or his right shoulder a little bit. Could be bothering him. As I mentioned before, he's got to see if he has enough left in the tank physically. Throwing at world record pace, throwing at an elite pace takes a toll on your body. And that right side, where he's delivering everything that he throws, is going to take some punishment. There's one thing that separates the elite from everyone else is that they're able to overcome. Spencer's definitely not comfortable. He's not feeling his best, but he wants a world record, and so does the crowd. He knows the crowd wants this world record, and he wants to put on a show for them. That's what the Highland Games is all about. The crowd, the competitors, everyone around the world supporting you, and you make it happen. After stepping out and measuring again, he hit the timing well, and he's over at 19 feet 3 inches for a new world record in the weight for height. Spencer Tyler from New Braunfels, Texas, has set a 19-foot 3-inch world record in the 56-pound weight for height. Congratulating him was Michael Zokowitz, the former world record holder in the pro class. Amazing, simply amazing. Spencer Tyler putting it together on his final throw and getting that 56-pound monster over the bar at 19 feet 3 inches. This is historic. Look at the speed coming out of his hand. Smooth delivery. Just a slight kiss on the bar going over. But a clean, beautiful throw. Spencer is fired up, and rightly so. He has made history here today. 2 world records in one day. The 56-pound weight for distance world record fell earlier today. And now the 56-pound weight for height record has fallen in a single day. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at a dominant performance. We have 2 more events left today. Let's see what these athletes have in store for us. If it's anything like these first 3 events, it's gonna be fireworks.